Hi boys and girls, I hope you had fun yesterday measuring things around your house using non-standard tools, including your body. Today we're going to go over those really important rules for measuring, along with some of the math vocabulary I had mentioned, like the words taller, shorter, wider, narrower, longer. Okay, so first to go over the rules, I have two pencils here that I would like to compare. Okay, so I'm gonna hold them up here and I'd like you to think about which pencil looks longer. And some of you might be thinking this black pencil looks longer. Okay, but before we compare these pencils, we have to make sure we're following the rules of measurement. My pencils are not lined up right now. See the bottoms of my pencils? The black one is way up here and the yellow one is way down here. So we can't compare these lengths until they are lined up. Okay, when I line up my pencils perfectly at the bottom, you can see that they are just about the same size as one another. Okay, so rule number one, make sure things are lined up. Similar to rule number one, over here I have these things called monkey noodles. They're these stretchy rope-like things. And I have two monkey noodles, okay? And you might say that the pink one is longer than the purple one, or the purple one is shorter than the pink one. But just like lining things up, I also have to make sure things are nice and straight. So my purple one here, I need to straighten out to be just like my pink one. And when I do so, you can see that they are the same size. So make sure everything is always lined up. Make sure things are nice and straight. And lastly, when you're using non-standard measurement, you have to make sure you're using tools that are the same size, right? I have some bristle blocks here that I'm going to measure with. Now, if I wanted to measure my monkey noodle using bristle blocks, does this look good to you? Can I say that my monkey noodle is 4 bristle blocks long? I have spaces between my bristle blocks. Remember, that's one of our rules. We can't have spaces. So I'm going to fix that up a little bit, and then you're going to tell me how it looks. I'm going to connect my bristle blocks. And make sure everything is nice and straight and lined up. How do we look now? Good, right? So I can say my monkey noodle is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bristle blocks long, and I followed all the rules, so I know that that's accurate. All right, boys and girls, those are the rules. I'm sure you have them memorized by now, right? The next thing I want to talk about were those vocabulary words. So I have my bristle blocks here, and I'm just gonna make 2 towers to compare. So I have this tower and this tower, okay? And they're both lined up, they're both sitting on the desk. So I can compare them just as they are, and I can see that this bristle block tower here is definitely taller than this tower. This tower is shorter than this tower. So what does that mean? Well, taller means bigger, right? It used more blocks to make this tower than this tower. I can see here, if I line them up, that this tower uses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more blocks than this tower. So taller, or if we were talking about length, longer, just means it uses more of something. In this case, more bristle blocks. Okay, we can also compare a tower that looks like this to a tower that looks like this. Okay, these towers are the same height. They're the same this way. They're even the same length. But the difference between these two towers is that this tower here is wider. This tower here is more narrow, skinnier, okay? Wider is kind of like fatter, narrow, skinnier. This tower uses more blocks side by side than this tower. So if we use the words wide, it means bigger. Long and tall are all bigger and require more blocks or whatever it might be. If we're drawing lines, it requires more crayon, more drawing. If we're talking about a necklace, maybe it has more beads if it's longer. All right, so today your task is to do some more measuring. I'd like you to go around your house and find some pennies. Okay, maybe you have a piggy bank in your room, or a money jar in your house, or maybe mom and dad have some coins in their wallet. I'd like you to use pennies to measure 3 objects in your house. So you're gonna find 3 different objects, not too big, to measure. And then after you measure those objects using your pennies, I'd like you to draw a picture, okay? You're gonna put these 3 objects in order in your drawing from shortest to tallest. Okay, so shortest, medium, tallest. And then I'd like you to do lots of labeling on your picture. So you can label what the 3 objects are, tell me what they are. You can label which one is the shortest with the word shortest, which one is the longest with the word longest. And then lastly, tell me how many pennies long each object was. So for example, if I measured my pencil with pennies, I'm gonna draw my pencil, and I'm gonna label it pencil, and I'm gonna say my pencil was 8 pennies long, okay? So once again, 3 objects, measure them with pennies, draw a picture of them, put them in order from shortest, medium to tallest, and do lots of labeling. All right, boys and girls, have fun, and I will see you tomorrow.